Imagine a civilization so vast, powerful, and influential that its reach stretched across continents, controlling armies, trade, and culture. Yet, despite their strength, even the mightiest empires eventually crumble. The fall of an empire is never just about battles. It's a story of politics, economics, ambition, and sometimes sheer hubris. Today we explore the greatest empires in ancient history and reveal the fascinating reasons behind their downfall. Empires have always fascinated us because they represent the pinnacle of human achievement. From military conquest to architectural wonders, these civilizations shaped the world we know today. But power is fragile. History shows that no matter how advanced, organized, or dominant an empire becomes, internal strife, corruption, external invasions, and environmental challenges can bring even the strongest to their knees. Let's journey through time to uncover the rise, greatness, and ultimate collapse of 10 of history's most remarkable empires. 1. The Roman Empire, 27 BCC, 476 C. The Roman Empire is perhaps the most famous empire in history, renowned for its military might, legal innovations, and monumental architecture. At its height, Rome controlled the Mediterranean, Europe, and parts of the Middle East. How it fell. The Roman Empire's collapse wasn't overnight. It was a slow decline. Economic troubles, political corruption, and overextension weakened Rome's ability to govern its vast territories. Repeated invasions by barbarian tribes, such as the Visigoths and Vandals, finally toppled the Western Roman Empire in 476 C. Internal power struggles and a failing economy made it impossible for Rome to recover. 2. The Egyptian Empire, c. 3100 BC 332 C. Ancient Egypt, the land of pharaohs, pyramids, and the Nile, was one of the earliest great empires. Its influence spanned centuries, with advances in architecture, mathematics, and medicine. How it fell. Egypt's empire gradually declined due to invasions by foreign powers like the Assyrians, Persians, and eventually Alexander the Great in 332 BC. Political instability, corruption, and reliance on the Nile for agriculture made Egypt vulnerable to natural disasters and external attacks, ending the reign of pharaohs and marking the end of its empire. 3. The Persian Empire, 550 BC 330. Founded by Cyrus the Great, the Persian Empire stretched from the Indus Valley to the Aegean Sea, creating one of the largest empires in ancient history. Persia is known for its administrative genius, road systems, and religious tolerance. How it fell. Despite its power, Persia fell to Alexander the Great in 330 BCE. Overextension, succession crises, and internal revolts weakened the empire. Alexander's rapid conquests capitalized on these vulnerabilities, and Persian rule was absorbed into the new Hellenistic world. 4. The Byzantine Empire, 330 C. 1453 C. The Byzantine Empire, the eastern continuation of the Roman Empire, preserved Roman law, culture, and Christianity for over 1,000 years. Its capital, Constantinople, was a hub of wealth, trade, and military strength. How it fell. The Byzantine Empire faced constant pressure from invading armies, including the Seljuk Turks and later the Ottoman Turks. Economic strain, internal conflict, and the devastating Fourth Crusade in 1204 weakened the empire. Finally, in 1453, Constantinople fell to the Ottomans, marking the end of Byzantine rule. 5. The Mongol Empire, 1206, 1368 C. The Mongols, under Genghis Khan and his successors, created the largest contiguous land empire in history, stretching from Eastern Europe to Asia. They were unmatched in military strategy and speed of conquest. How it fell. The Mongol Empire fragmented due to internal divisions among khans, succession disputes, and difficulties governing vast territories. Over time, local populations regained independence, and new dynasties replaced Mongol rule, marking the decline of one of history's most powerful empires. 6. The Maurya Empire 321 BE 185. The Maurya Empire in India, founded by Chandragupta Maurya, unified most of the Indian subcontinent. Under Ashoka, it became a beacon of political organization, trade, and Buddhism. How it fell. After Ashoka's death, the Maurya Empire suffered from weak leadership, regional rebellions, and administrative inefficiency. Internal conflicts and decentralization allowed smaller kingdoms to assert independence, ultimately leading to the empire's collapse. 7. The Ottoman Empire, 1299–1922 c. The Ottoman Empire controlled Southeast Europe, Western Asia, and North Africa for over 6 centuries. Known for military power, architectural achievements, and governance, it was one of the longest-lasting empires in history. How it fell. The Ottoman Empire gradually declined due to military defeats, economic stagnation, and corruption. European powers challenged its territories, nationalist movements rose within its borders, and World War I ultimately broke its hold. In 1922, the empire officially ended, giving rise to modern Turkey. 8. The Aztec Empire 1428–1521 c. The Aztecs dominated central Mexico, building a rich civilization with impressive architecture, a complex social hierarchy, and a thriving economy. Tenochtitlan, their capital, was a marvel of engineering. How it fell. The Aztec Empire fell to Spanish conquistadors led by Herne Cortes in 1521. Superior weaponry, alliances with rival tribes, and the devastating impact of European diseases like smallpox led to the rapid collapse of one of the America's most formidable empires. 9. The Inca Empire, 1438–1533 c. The Inca Empire stretched along the Andes Mountains, with sophisticated agriculture, road systems, and centralized governance. Machu Picchu remains one of the greatest architectural achievements of this empire. How it fell. The Inca Empire fell to Spanish conquistadors led by Francisco Pizarro in 1533. Civil war between rival claimants, coupled with European diseases and superior weaponry, left the empire vulnerable to conquest. Its centralized system couldn't survive the shock of invasion, leading to its sudden collapse. 10. The Sumerian Empire 4500–1900 BC. Sumerians in Mesopotamia are credited with creating one of the world's first urban civilizations, inventing writing, law codes, and advanced irrigation systems. Cities like Uruk and Ur defined early civilization. How it fell. Sumer's decline was gradual, influenced by invasions from the Akkadians, Amorites, and other neighboring peoples. Environmental degradation, salinization of farmland, and internal political struggles weakened the civilization, leading to its eventual disappearance. The story of empires is a story of power, ambition, and human achievement, but also of fragility. Even the mightiest civilizations are vulnerable to corruption, overexpansion, environmental change, and external conquest. From Rome to the Inca, history shows that no empire lasts forever. Yet, the legacy of these empires lives on in architecture, culture, governance, and knowledge, reminding us of both the heights and the pitfalls of human civilization. If you enjoyed exploring these greatest empires and uncovering the secrets of their fall, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment telling us which empire amazed you the most. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more fascinating dives into history's greatest stories.